What is going on, people of YouTube? My name's Kurtyoy and welcome back to a brand new video of the review, where we look at last week's top scorers and see in general who did the best. Should you bring him in and should you not bring him in? And for a while, or at least a small while hopefully, I'll be referring back to the old format I did last season, which was the review preview captaincies differentials. There'll be a video coming out this weekend explaining why I've done that. To put it shortly, this episode, time is a big issue, and the fact that I'm starting a new job has meant that the schedule's a bit messed up. So I'm working on a similar sort of thing to do, or time-wise, to get myself to do the FPLT once again. Without further ado, let's start off as always with the goalkeepers. As we head into the goalkeepers, there are only 5 of them this week, and check I've ruled out the top 4 because Arsenal aren't particularly a good looking prospect for FPL, at least in the defence at the moment. We've got Elliott on 8 points, we've got Gomez on 7, we've got Lloris and Hart both on 6. Now Elliott's an interesting one. It's because a lot of people like myself would go for a 4.54 million combo with the first and second choice goalkeeper. So if your first choice goalkeeper, the 4.51 gets injured, you've got a 4 million one ready to come in, and you're not going to get any points lost. But with this one, you could go for a 4 million 4.5 combination with the 4 million playing and the 4.5 million not playing. But Rob Elliott gives us a good option, and also he's a goalkeeper that's playing. He hasn't gone up yet, so he could be soon to go up. In the next coming days, because of the fact he got a clean sheet this week, and Newcastle look as if they've gone through that bad period and sent it away. But Elliott is an interesting prospect indeed. He also got Gomez on 7, a very, very big differential in my eyes, but he remains that. He's got City coming up, so I'd be very, very wary. The City do like to score a lot of goals against Watford. We've also got Lloris and Hart on 6. Lloris is your safest £5.5 million bet, 3-0 win for him. Good, decent points return. And also Joe Hart, 4.5. Could be the start of big things for West Ham. A clean sheet, albeit against Huddersfield. It was at home, their first home game, so hopefully it can be a result they can push on from. Into the defence, and Newcastle players head that as well, with Jamal Lascelles heading it on 15 points. You've got Ben Davies on 14, Kolasinac and Firmino for Watford on 11, and then Mendy and Trippier on 10. Starting off with Newcastle again with Jamal Lascelles. He's a very, very interesting player because he's 4.5. Now he's one of the players that I had to deliberate with. I had a choice at the start of the season to go with Dunk or Lascelles. I chose Dunk because Brighton's fixtures looked pretty decent, but of course he had to keep a clean sheet and only won 1 game. But Lascelles is a really good option, and he could be a good player going forward. He's the club captain, and if Newcastle do start to perform better towards the mid-table where everyone thought they would get, I think Lascelles could be a big point scorer for the price he's got this season. And Ben Davies. Ben Davies has been the star of the show so far in FPL, picking up the most amount of points out of any FPL player, which is quite interesting. £5.7 million, still on top of the left back spot. Once Rose gets back to full fitness and he's challenging for the place, we'll see how that happens, but for now he's a good choice. We've also got Kolasinac getting some good points as well. First points return I think since the first game week, and he could be looking to get a few more where that came from. He's more of an option than Petr Cech for simple reasons, only 0.5 more, but he's an attacking player, and he might not get defensive returns, but attacking wise he could get them too. So I'll be looking into that one. Firmino also 4.5 again. Watford's interesting, but he is an attacking player, attacking fullback, so we're getting those attacking returns. Mendy and Trippier both on 10. Mendy looks to be the first choice left back, as he's the only left back for Man City, so he could be a really good safe bet, although he is quite expensive. And Trippier didn't lose his spot to Aurier, although Aurier could be looking to get some time to bed in with his new teammates before he gets that starting berth, so could be a couple of game weeks until Aurier starts. So it gives us a few game weeks of Trippier, and 5.4 million is a decent option. Moving on to midfield, we've got some big point scoring players, and 2 interesting ones heading it up. We've got Gross for, however you say it, for Brighton on 18 points, the top scorer this game week. Choupo-Moting on 15 points for Stoke. You've got Sane on 13, and you've got Doucouré, Ayew and Obiang all on 11. Starting off with the top 2 with Pascal Gross and Eric Choupo-Moting, I want to say, but Choupo-Moting, let's say that. They, in my eyes, seem to be midfield players playing in a rather attacking role. Now, A few times this season looked like Gross had played next to the striker and has that ability to, or just behind, which is a really good option considering he's £5.4 million at the moment. And Choupo-Moting is a striker, realistically. He is, in my eyes, a striker. He was a striker in the Bundesliga, and he was well, at least the good version of his cards in the previous FIFAs were a striker. So he's got the potential to play out there, and those two could be really good options. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. I'm looking to downgrade from Elias Kachunga to a £5.5 million midfielder, so I can look at maybe getting Hazard in for the injured Pogba, and those two are definitely options I am weighing up. You also got Sane, the highest priced of the top point scoring midfielders. Man City midfielders, still a strange one, so I'd be wary if you're going to transfer him in, but could be a good option nonetheless. You also got Doucouré on 8.2 and 5.2. He seems to be having a fantastic season and continuing well, as indeed. You also got two West Ham players in Ayew and Obiang. Ayew comes in £7 million, came off the bench with an assist, albeit a very, very dubious one for Obiang's goal, if you can call it Obiang's goal. And you've also got Obiang himself on 4.5 million. I feel like he could be good if he gets his first team spot. You know, they're playing that 5 at the back formation. Obiang at 4.5 could be a decent little option if he keeps his starting spot. He has potential to go back to Noble and Kouyaté there, which I'll be very, very wary of. And finally, we have the attackers. Starting off, we've got Danny Welbeck on 16 points. Harry Kane, August is over, on 13 points. We've got Gabriel Jesus on 12 points. Hemed on 11. And Chris Wood here on 10. Starting off, Danny Welbeck in the goals for the first time since the first game week. Really good returns, but will he stay there? Realistically, if Arsenal had a fully fit squad, the front three are going to be Lacazette, Ozil and Sanchez, but there's a potential for them to go 4-2-3-1, in which Welbeck could get either starting up front role or a wide role with Ozil in the centre, Sanchez the other side. So still potential for him to play, but I would be very, very wary of him at the moment, unless of course Lacazette and Sanchez both get injured. Then Welbeck could be a good little option. Kane also £12.4 million, finally in the goals. Will he continue that? Most probably. You know, his previous seasons seem to show that he gets better as the season goes on, so might be a few blanks here and there early on, but gets to the later part of season and he's going to be banging those goals in. Jesus also on 12 points, had a really good game week, albeit against a 10-man Liverpool in which he scored his 2 goals, but 2 goals nonetheless. He's 10.4 and a really good option if you're looking for that little bit of a cheaper option compared to the 10.5s. Also 12.5s for Kane. You also got Hemed on 4.9 for Brighton. Brighton finally picking up some goals and also a win, almost a clean sheet as well to make it a perfect afternoon. But for Hemed, I would stay away. Gross is a different option because he's a cheap midfielder, could do well anyway. Hemed, you've got Glenn Murray there, you've got Baldock. I don't believe he's going to be a good option for us FPL players. Although he's cheap at 4.9, well, maybe worth a risk, but I'd say stay away. And I also got Chris Wood, had one chance and took it in their 1-0 victory at the end of, rather disappointingly, the Crystal Palace manager's career, which is, yeah, I think it was a silly decision to sack De Boer, but nonetheless, Chris Wood is a goal scorer, and he's proved that so far. He's got on, you know, he's got on the end of a goal against Tottenham, he's got on the end of a goal against Palace, and for me, if you give him a chance, looks like he's going to score it. And that happens to be that for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this video and all the players I mentioned in the comment section down below. Remember, I will be referring, you know, to the new format of videos over the weekend. So if you want to see that video, stay tuned for that. There will be some weekend uploads coming now and again. So hopefully that'll be the start of it. Hopefully something a bit different to the FPL stuff. We've also got Dilemma Centre happening on Friday, covering you over the deadline. If it doesn't, I do apologise. I could be held back at work, but it shouldn't do. It should not do. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.